Well, all right now, everybody. Welcome back to the channel here. 4th of July weekend. The celebration rages on. I was at a big rave party last weekend, dance music party. I've been out here collecting hickory nuts and berries and pulling logs around in the mud, that type of thing now. I also grabbed some of these bulbs. I also bought some skitter tongs. The harder you pull, the harder they squeeze is what I meant to say. I had a hard time getting that out. So if you're tweaking out 4 o'clock in the morning, you're gonna love this video. Trees are basically made of air. I also did a shard on this. On the Dremel saw sharpening, I started turning my Dremel down from 10 to about 8 or 9, just down 1 notch. I am still tripping here. Let's buck this puppy up, get it loaded up. I need to make some wood. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, watch some damn videos. This is a 10-year project, and we're adding to it all the time. So here we go now. It starts coming together pretty nicely now. Whew. Now that holds 600 pounds. I got a little turned up. When I'm here, you know, where's my tip? And it's generally in the dirt, is what I'm getting at basically now. This is actually a trencher. It's not a chainsaw. I run this as a trencher sometimes. My mind was blown last weekend. Probably one of those like metallic-y party balloons, you know, that are kind of silvery and metallic-y. I'm gonna go make some wood. Got some oak and some sweet gum and all kinds of wood. Just a quick update. Here's the Green Giants. This whole thing is not working. This whole thing didn't work. What's a... Here is a Morning Glory seed shooter here now. Got some mushrooms on it, but that's no problem, that will burn. Things can spontaneously combust. Straighten my hook out. Get the hell out of there. All right now, so I just hit that with my chainsaw. First cut of the day, brand new sharpening on that chain. That wood just pissed me off. Got a little bit of skidding done. Got a bunch of dead standing oak and a little bit of hard maple and a bunch of whatever that other wood is that I don't know what the fuck it is. So I think this is actually a maple tree in disguise here now. Little tiny area to work with to try to hook it back on over here. That pin is larger than the hole size in this tubing. You can't have the foot down if you're loading your truck. It squats down on this thing and then you can't pull it back out and get out of here. If you go and then pull up on this thing, it just comes right apart. But that's your bearing, which I think is a terrible design. I don't know, I mean, I'm not an engineer. There's winches that you can just crank one way and it goes down, and you crank them the other way and it comes up, and when you stop cranking, it stops, it locks it, so you don't have to keep fiddling with this. It got stuck in the gears one day, I guess. The next thing is when I took this thing out of the box, I looked up here at my cable and there was a big kink in it up in here. It'll just pinch that cable and break your wire off. This cable was already broken, it was done. First day, 20 minutes it took. Okay, whatever. Just bleeding bloody across my hands from letting that wire slide up and down. So I'm gonna cut these off with the angle grinder, obviously. A little schmatter-schmear of news of unrelated things. Man, I've been wasting all kinds of time at Savi-Tribai Phule Poon University. That's SPPU campus. So that's what happened. It was a dispute. The guy thought he was on his property and he apparently was insane. My YouTube channel has kind of gone off the rails. 10 out of 10 on the firewood news updates. I like them. I like all kinds of weird stuff. When are you gonna say something, man? This is ridiculous. You're rambling on forever about nothing. So whatever, like and subscribe or don't, I don't care. You know, leave it in the comments. Keep it under control down there in Australia. You better watch out. It's like a marathon runner grabbing a drink from somebody on their way through. They just grab a sip off of this thing and buzz off to the north. I can get days where I got, you know, 5 or 6 birds out there fluttering around. Oh, how neat is that? Look, it comes with a little tiny brush. So you can hear and talk into this thing if you want to talk to the birds. You can make your own stem cell therapy, and all you have to do is pee into a jar and set it on the counter for about 15 days, maybe 15 to 20 days. And then you take that and put it into a syringe and shoot it up your butt. You could take a toothpick and wrap some paper towels on it and ream that thing out or something. So that's all you got to do is just boof some fermented pee. All right, so that concludes the educational portion of this programming. We're here in the wood yard now, and I got this nice piece of crap right here, some good burning firewood. I do have my pants tucked into my socks. And I'm trying to do this video and give some knowledge without shorting myself. Outside, no wilt proof, no roots. Bunch of twigs and stuff. Oh, we got roots. These are growing. All right. And that's a year of knowledge and wisdom that has been shared with you now in about 10 minutes. That's basically the lesson for today. I haven't got it quite right. You cannot compete with Mother Nature. Those birds, they like to use cedar bark to make their nest. I tumped it over a little bit and I bent the axle on one of the wheels. Do you like to light it up or burn it down? More cherry underneath there. There's cherry. A nice little piece of cherry on the ground here. We'll get that going over here. Put that in my stack over here. Got my splitting done here, and I got a nice load of some Capsucula in here. Just, you know, perusing around a little, and I happened to come across this really nice pine wood. Anybody know what that is? Let me know. It used to be nice till I rolled over it here now. My tailgate came apart on me, and this thing's just flopping around, and the top of it was out of a line too. I did get poison ivy right in between my fingers, and I could not figure out for the life of me where it was coming from. I thought sawdust got in my gloves or something, which it may have. Like 3 days later, I got poison ivy on top of poison ivy, and I realized that I think it was the pull cord on my on my chainsaw. I went ahead and I wiped this down with some rubbing alcohol. Effortless cleaning, which is, I don't believe that, because you got to put some effort into it. I mean, you got to clean it and put it in the sink and wash it. Say it with me, dry burning wood. Quit talking, shut up. Now there's some nice looking wood. Well, that is terrible. It is difficult to make chapati on firewood. Yeah, I had the acid for breakfast there. Hopefully you can digest that. Been eating other things. They had rice, lentil, curry, vegetables, and puree on Monday evening. And they were cooking ostrich eggs around the campfire. Let your whole dough ferment at one time. There's no need to do a partial and then come out and do a second. You get a lot less heat in your tooth that way. It doesn't get turned black and start smoking on you. That's beside the point in today's video, really. If you want to do that, you can. We'll put some little leaves on them there. Green giant little evergreen trees. And so here's our tree, and that's a horrible circle. Toe fingertip touching out here. So we're talking 12 feet of space here to get that full effect. Is what I'm getting at. So that's something to consider there. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. Just did a little playing around. We made a little maple wood here and made a little maple wood over there too. Trying to speed up because I'm about to run out of footage. You guys tune in next time. I'm gonna get out of here. I got ants in my pants. So I'll see you guys later. They're biting me.
Ciao.